Welcome to another class of export-import policies and procedures. And in this class, we will be discussing the transport document. So in the last class, we saw three important transport documents that is needed for an export or import business. And in this class, we will be looking into the last remaining two important transport documents. So in the last class, we saw what is an airway bill, bill of lading, and mate receipt. Okay. And in this class, we will be discussing about shipping bill and car ticket. So let's get started. As we all know, if we want to export something to abroad, then definitely we will need to get the clearance from the customs department. Okay. So we need to have the customs permission for export. Okay. So to get the customs clearance from the export, for the export from the customs department, we will need a document called shipping bill. Okay. So shipping bill is a document on the basis of which customs permission for export is given. Okay. So based on these documents, based on the information that is given on this document, the customs department will decide whether we can export our goods to abroad or not. Okay. So the shipping bill contains various information, and it contains name and address of the exporter, name and address of the consignee, then invoice number, date, IEC code, RBI code number, then details about the goods that we are going to export, name of the vessel, then port at which goods are to be discharged or the destination, then number and kind of packets, quantity and value of goods, and lots of other information are added to the shipping bill. Okay. Now, as we already saw, the exporter needs to export his goods to abroad. Okay. But when he comes to the port, maybe he is not familiarized with all the legal requirements or all the formalities that he needs to complete if he wants to export the bill. Okay. So he will get or he will seek the help of someone called clearance and forwarding agents. Okay. Okay. So the exporter will try to get the help of clearance and forwarding agents to complete uh, all the legal formalities or all the formalities that needed to be completed. Okay. So the exporter can save time, save his energy, and save his money. Okay. So this clearance and forwarding agents, if the exporter is not proficient in creating or submitting this shipping bill, on behalf of this exporter, clearance and forwarding agents will be preparing this shipping bill. Okay. So if the exporter is not proficient in preparing this shipping bill, on behalf of this exporter, clearance and forwarding agents will be preparing this shipping bill, and he will be submitting it to the superintendent of the shed. Okay. And this shipping bill will be checked by the customs department. Okay. So the customs authority will be checking and scrutinizing the shipping bill that we have submitted, and also they will be checking the goods, or if there is inspection needed, then definitely the customs department will check our goods, and if they found that it can be exported, this customs department will be endorsing this shipping bill with a seal. Okay. They will be endorsing this shipping bill with a seal called let ship order. So after receiving this let ship order, then we can export our goods to abroad. And there are basically three types of shipping bill. The first one is free shipping bill, second one is dutiable shipping bill, and third one is drawback shipping bill. Okay, this classification is based on the type of goods that we are going to export abroad. Okay, so there are basically three types of shipping bills available with the customs authority. The first one is free shipping bill. Okay, we already saw that there are different types of goods based on the export duty that we need to pay. Okay, so there is free shipping goods, there is dutiable shipping goods, and there is drawback shipping goods. So based on these, there are several types of shipping bills. Okay, so if the goods that we are going to export, if the goods that we are going to export, if there is no need to pay any export duty for the goods that we are so if the goods that we are going to export, so if we don't need to pay any duty for the or export duty for the goods that we are going to export, then the shipping bill that we will be using is called free shipping bill. Okay, so if the goods that we are going to export, if there is no need to pay any export duty, we will be using a free shipping bill. And if we need to pay some export duty and it is not duty drawback, or if there is no reimbursement, then we will be using dutiable shipping bill. Okay, so if we don't need to pay any export duty, then we will be using a free shipping bill. And if we need to pay duty, then we will be using dutiable shipping bill. Okay, and the third category is called drawback shipping bill. Okay, let's say we paid the duty, but it will be reimbursed to our account soon. Okay, so if the duty is reimbursed, or if there is any duty drawback, then we will be using a particular shipping bill called drawback shipping bill. Okay, and one more thing, the color of this dutiable shipping bill is yellow. Okay, so the dutiable shipping bill is printed on yellow paper, and drawback shipping bill is usually printed on green paper. Okay, so the color of this drawback shipping bill is green. So in short, based on the type of goods that we are going to export, there are basically three types of shipping bill: free shipping bill, dutiable shipping bill, and drawback shipping bill. Okay, so if we don't need to pay any duty, then it is called free shipping bill. If we need to pay the duty, then it is called a dutiable shipping bill, and the color of the paper on which this dutiable shipping bill is printed is yellow. And if we get the duty reimbursed to our account, then that kind of shipping bill is called a drawback shipping bill, and the color of the paper will be green paper. Now let's see the mechanism of shipping bill. Actually, I have explained it already. So if we need to get the customs clearance, then we will need to have several documents. Okay, we will need to have commercial invoice, we will need to have packaging list, and several other documents. Okay, so these are some of the documents that is needed to get the clearance from the customs along with the shipping bill. Okay, so the exporter will be preparing all these documents, and if he don't know how to prepare, he will be seeking the help of clearance and forwarding agents. Okay, so either this shipper or this clearance and forwarding agents, they will be preparing this shipping bill and all the other documents that is needed for the customs clearance. and this clearance and forwarding agents will be preparing these documents on behalf of this exporter or the shipper. Okay, and one more thing that we need to understand is that any goods moving out of our country needs to be approved by customs um, before we export our goods. Okay, and it should be done using a document called shipping bill. Okay, so any goods that we are going to export to abroad, it should be approved by the customs by mandatory filing of a legal document called shipping bill. So getting a shipping bill is mandatory if we are going to export our goods. Okay, and there are lots of information that is to be included in the shipping bill, as we already saw. Okay, now after preparing this shipping bill by the exporter or the clearance and forwarding agents, they will be submitting it to the customs department. Okay, so the submission can be of two types. Okay, either they can go to the customs office near to their factory and they can submit. Okay, they can submit the shipping bill, or if electronic data interchange facility is available, then this shipping bill can be filed by EDI. Okay, so online they can file. So there are maybe two types through which they can, the shipper or the clearance and forwarding agents can submit this shipping bill. They can either submit it via offline. Okay, offline they can go to the customs office and they can submit the shipping bill, or they can do it online with the help of some softwares. So after submitting this or after filing this shipping bill, this customs department, they will be scrutinizing our shipping bill, and if there is need to have any inspection, then the customs authority will be doing that. And after doing all this inspection, after scrutinizing all the documents, after scrutinizing this shipping bill, they will be endorsing our shipping bill by a seal called let ship order. Okay, so once our shipping bill receive this let ship order, then we will be able to export our goods to abroad. Okay, so this is the procedure of how a shipping bill is created and how it is handled and how it is useful. Now the last important transport document is called car ticket. Okay, so car ticket is usually prepared by the exporter, and it will be given to the driver of the vehicle who is going to export or who is going to transfer our goods from the factory to the port. Okay, so the exporter will be preparing this car ticket and will giving it to the driver of the vehicle. Okay, so the driver of the vehicle, he will be having this car ticket, and once he receives once he reaches the port, then the gatekeeper, okay, there will be a gatekeeper at the port, and only if the gatekeeper allow him to pass through, then only the vehicle will be able to reach near the vessel. Okay, so the permission from the gatekeeper is necessary, and once the vehicle reaches the gatekeeper, what he will do, the driver of the vehicle will be giving this car ticket to the gatekeeper. Okay, so this gatekeeper, what he will do, he will be verifying the car ticket with the shipment that is carried on the vehicle. Okay, and if the gatekeeper is satisfied, then he will be allowing the vehicle to pass through and to reach the port or the ship. Okay, so in order to get access to the port, then definitely the vehicle or the exporter needs to have a car ticket, and the car ticket is prepared by the exporter, and this car ticket will contain information about the cargo that we are going to export. Okay, it has a name of the ship, number of packages, shipping bill number, port of destination, number of vehicle carrying the cargo. So all this information will be added on the car ticket, and if the car ticket is satisfactory, only the gatekeeper will be allowing the vehicle to pass through and to reach the vessel. Okay. So these are some of the important transport documents that is needed by an exporter or an importer. I hope all of you are clear with the transport documents, and in the next class we will be covering some risk covering documents and some regulatory documents that is needed if you want to export or import. Thank you all.